As people start to return to their daily activities like flying on airplanes and resuming their college classes, if they want to get a COVID test on the go, they now have some new options. The COVID-19 nasal swab test is the most common way to find out if you have coronavirus. But as the crisis continues, new testing methods are being developed, making them more readily available and with faster results. The University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign has created their own saliva test and even testing thousands daily in an effort to keep students and faculty safe. For those Los Angeles residents who might be limited in their transportation options, the mayor recently announced a self-swabbing COVID-19 testing kiosk within the historic Union Station, the largest train station on the West Coast. The self-swabbing kiosk can test up to 300 people a day. And if you're planning to travel by plane, keep an eye out for the COVID-19 testing centers popping up in airports around the country. Joining us is Chancellor Robert J. Jones of the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign. Chancellor, thanks for joining us today.
It's my great pleasure to be here.
Now, your university created a new COVID test to administer at school, on campus, so that you could reopen. It's considered one of the most aggressive testing models in the country. It's a saliva test?
Yes, saliva-based test, yes.
Okay, how much did it cost to develop this?
It probably cost in excess of $6 million just to develop it. And then it'll probably cost us another $8 to $10 million each semester to administer the test. And our operational principle is that COVID-19, whether there's a vaccine or not, and we certainly hope that there will be, is probably going to be with us pretty much like influenza for the next 2 to 3 years, maybe longer. And so now we're testing the general undergraduate students twice per week because our testing analysis has showed us that 95% of the positive cases are with our undergraduate population. We would test faculty once a week. And if there's a off-campus housing or resident hall that has a very high level of infection, we test those folks 3 times per week.
Got you. And you have an app, right, that not only will give results back to the students or whoever's been tested, but it will also either allow them, permit them, or not allow them to go into classroom buildings based on the results of their apps. It's almost like a lock for them. And I think that the ability to do that is definitely a way to change how campuses can adjust. But who else is doing this?
No one to our knowledge. We've been approached by a number of universities that are very much interested in adapting and using our technology. So there are at least 4 or 5 places I know today that are in the process of implementing our strategy, and probably another 40 to 50 that have inquired both domestically and internationally.
You guys recently did have, however, a rise in cases, even with all your plans, and nothing's perfect. How'd you handle that?
The way that we handle it is because the testing capability, we test so frequently, it served as a canary in the coal mine. It said, warning, something is wrong, and it gave us ample time to react. I did issue kind of a edict, or some people say students say I put them on lockdown, or I grounded them. But basically what we did was we limited our students' activities for 14 days to essential activities only. Mm-hmm. Going to class, going to get tested at least twice a week, going to the physician for a medical appointment, etc. Only those things that were essential, and then they were to come back to their dormitories or apartments. And I can tell you, 99% of our students did exactly that. And so we went from 2.86% positivity rate down to about 0.4, 0.5 in about 14 days.
Awesome. Well, Chancellor Jones from the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign, this is great, by the way. I think other universities could use your model. No model is perfect, but at least this is a way to try to deal with getting kids back on campus as safely as possible. So thanks for joining us today.
It's been my great pleasure.